Hello everyone. So it's been quite a long time since I did another um, general tool implementation recording like this one. But I thought that today that would be a good thing to do because I have been working on something that is really interesting, and I think this is going to help me a lot. And I thought, okay, maybe that's going to be useful to other people. So let's try to go through this. So the thing is, I have just discovered Whisper. So in case you don't know what this is, it's a project from OpenAI. I guess we can get to the actual project page. Let's see if I go on OpenAI Whisper GitHub. It's actually pretty well known because you already have 4.4 thousand forks already. And this project, the idea in this project is to take an audio file and convert that to text. How did I come to this? I was actually trying to write some documentation in a professional project, and I thought that it would be good to just do a recording of me using the tool and explaining how to use this, and then try to retrieve the audio of my recording and convert that to a text to generate the text tutorial from it. And I did this recording, and then I tried to find a tool online that would allow me to do the conversion, and I found quite a lot of them. In fact, you have a lot of web pages and online tools that will allow you to do this audio to text conversion, except that most of them, I mean, all of them, all the ones I found at least, are not free. So you have to pay for it if you want to use all the features. Makes sense. And the one I found, you could actually do a recording, convert your recording to text, but that was limited to 5 minutes of recording. And the audio that I had prepared initially was like 28 minutes or something like that. So I had to cut this into chunks to be able to use the tool freely and extract the text from the audio. It was a bit of a pain, and I thought, okay, there's probably a way to do that on your own anyway. So I've been looking then on how you could do this, and I found this Whisper thing, which is amazing. Initially, in fact, I thought I would need to actually use a repository here. So I forked this repository, and I did also check out of this on my local computer here. And I think I mentioned already, no, wait, it's on this page. Yes, this was the initial checkout that I made, and then I was trying to prepare a repository with the base requirement that I'll mention on this page. It's mentioned in the requirements here, so you need those packages. But if you pay attention actually to the description that you have in the README file here, you will notice that in fact you don't really need to do that. This is a standard package that you can retrieve directly using this this package name. So I have then built a dedicated component. So this component is in my NervProj project. So it's in fact available to everyone. So if you want to have a look at by yourself, you can just have a look on GitHub, and you will find this project. And the idea here is with this component, I'm going to provide a command line interface with a simple convert function, and I will then provide a file name with that, which should be an audio file. Might I actually also work with video file, I'm not sure. And with this audio file, you then just do a regular conversion. So you need also FFmpeg here, but that's available as part of the NervProj anyway. It's going to retrieve FFmpeg as a tool, so you can simply provide access to that tool. And then this part, in fact, where you load the model and do the transcribe, this is coming directly from the setup that we have. No, not this one. It's in there somewhere. Yes, that's the thing. So I just tried to implement this part, and in the end this is working perfectly fine. So I use that then to do a few tests, and these are the results that I got. Initially, I mean, I've just been using a small test MP3 recording, and this is a transcription that I have from that video recording, and yeah, that's working just fine because I just need to provide this command audio to text. So this is a script that I have added in the configuration for NervProj. So first I'm going to set up the whisper environment here. More to this because actually I changed this environment later on. So we'll get back to this point. But I just added, as I said, this command line entry, so audio to text, is simply going to use this whisper environment and call the convert method with this whisper gen component. And then you provide additional arguments. So that's what we're doing here. We have the -i test MP3, so that's the input file. And later on, I also added support for the specification of the model, because with the whisper, come on, why do I want to get back to violin? With the whisper library, you have different models, and they are mentioned here. From tiny to large, and the result that you get out of this is going to be different. Obviously, I've tried the base model and the large model. So large model provided a slightly better translation, but it's slightly slower also. But anyway, I'm just going to go with large most of the time now. And yeah, we can still provide that on the command line with a -- model also. Okay, so this is it basically. One thing through is with the initial environment setup that I did. In fact, the environment which is described here in with the requirement, you're just going to use a torch package, but without GPU acceleration. So I wanted to check if I actually had GPU acceleration at some point, and this was failing because CUDA was not available. So I tried to figure out how to fix that, because when I was first trying to do the conversion, I also tried to do a monitoring of how long it would take, and I have the start time here and the elapsed duration, which is reported when we're done. And so without GPU acceleration, the transcription was taking like 161 seconds. So what I did then was to update the environment, and what we need to do the update is to yeah, provide something like that. We need to specify that there's a different URL where we need to retrieve the packages, the following packages. So that's the syntax that I'm using in with my mechanism to build those environments. And in this location, then I will then retrieve the torch package, torch vision, and torch audio. I don't think that we really need torch vision and torch audio here, but in fact, this was a copy from what we have here for the stable diffusion environment, so I just kept those anyway. And yes, so we don't really need to bother with installing all this. It's going to be dependencies for this one anyway, I think. So nothing to do about them. What you need, if you want GPU acceleration, you need specification of this. So that's going to be using CUDA 11.7. And this package then is going to be significantly bigger. It's going to be like 2.3 gigabyte of downloads, whereas the default CPU only package is 150 megabyte or something like that. But with this, then we get the GPU acceleration, and this is not fading anymore. And the transcription that we have, I'll try that another time just after. And as you see here, this took only 33 seconds, so way faster. That's 8 times faster or something like that. Yeah. And yes, cool. I mean, the transcription itself is the same in both cases, just going faster in this case. And then I decided, okay, that's great, because you can actually use this to do pretty cool things. I have, for instance, a list of video recordings of devlogs, and my idea is to at some point put all those videos online. And so we have them here, and I don't really want to go with writing a description for the YouTube video, finding a good name and things like that. But now what I can do is what I did just in the last part here. I'm just providing one of those devlog recording to the transcription system here, and it's going to retrieve the full text that I was speaking in this video recording. It's pretty large, as you can see. It's completely messy. You can't really read or understand all of this without the video itself, of course. But what you can do is then to send this to ChatGPT and ask it to generate some kind of description for the video where this text is mentioned. And it's doing an absolutely great job, because description then is really nice, and you can push it further and request ChatGPT for appropriate tags for your video, appropriate title, and that's it. After that, you have everything you need to put the video online without additional work. I mean, thinking work to produce everything that you need around the video itself. So that's great, and this is going to help me a lot to push the content that I want to have on my channel. So that's it. Another additional bonus thing that I'm also working on is the generation of the thumbnails for those videos, because that's also another part that I don't really like to do by hand, and it's a bit of a pain for me. So I found a mechanism still in I don't know if I placed that in NervProj. Oh yes, it's still in NervProj. So we have this thumbnail generator now, and you have an example of usage here. So what this one is going to do is simply going to retrieve a background image. I have a folder where I put all of those background images that I want to use. Not so much for now, but just a few. And you have a collection of fonts also here in the input location, and it's going to generate output thumbnails for your YouTube videos. So I have been using that, and where do I have the video files actually? It's about that. Yes, in videos here I simply have now a textual description how I want to generate those thumbnails. And in fact, I'm also storing here the video description text and title for the video that I'm uploading, and those were generated with ChatGPT, as I said. So all this content here is transcribed kind of automatically from the text that I'm mentioning in the video. And yeah, we don't need to worry about that part, but this part is how I'm going to build those thumbnails now. So for instance, for the Nerveland devlog number 2, the thumbnail was described this way, and I could decide, for instance, to change the font that I want. So I would do maybe like that. I save this, and then I use the command. The command that I have implemented is called genthumb. We have that in the config file again. So if we try to find genthumb here, we'll find this here, and it's just going to call this command on the thumb generator component. And so you just provide this command with the one of the name tags, I don't know how we could refer to this, one of the entries, root entries that we have defined in this file, and in this case it's NVL number 2, and it's going to find the thumbnail description and use your entries here to generate a thumbnail. So previously I had generated this one, which is in fact the one I'm using for the video that I just uploaded. So let's just keep this one, let's rename that. And if I do execute this command, poof, it's going to regenerate another file with this name. So we have this one, which was the previous one, and this one where we changed the font for the subtitle. This part is a subtitle, this part is a main title, obviously. And I have control of the colors, outline effects, the transparency, so that's cool. I'm probably going to extend this a little bit further, but for now I think it's a good start already, and it's allowing me to just start posting some content without having to worry about preparing all this additional stuff, and that's pretty nice. I like it. So a good thing done today. And yeah, I think this is it. Most important point was really this whisper thing. That's really cool. The fact that you can really now speak and it's going to translate that to text is amazing. And yeah, the thumb generation system is also something that I will use myself, and I will keep extending on that. So thanks for watching, and see you another time. Bye bye.